Let we can start. Before starting, let I just need to go with the basics today. You know about what is network, right? If you want to communicate, think if you want to communicate with any devices, internally or externally, we need we
Can it be?
yeah sorry hello. Is my screen is visible? Okay. Here in this presentation, I just need to go with the basic networking. In this basic, I'm gonna cover about network devices, about what is router and what is switches, and again, let we can go with the starting like devices communication. You know about how the devices will communicate, right? Any idea? Like if I want to communicate with a device to device or a mobile to mobile, what is the basic things do we need to use, guys? If I want to communicate with the devices and if I want to communicate with internet, what is the basic things we are gonna use in the network or in the reality?
IP.
IP. Okay, without IP address, we cannot able to communicate.
No.
No. Okay. Let me go with a simple topology here. Then I'm just going with this GNS3. From the GNS3, we can able to practice a lot of things about security or about CCNA, NP level. Okay. Here, coming to the basic networking. If you want to communicate, if you want to communicate with the device to device, think these are the devices. If I want to communicate with the PC to PC, the basic thing is connectivity. That should be can be done with a wide or wireless. If you go with the wide connections and that we named as a LAN, okay, with the LAN we can able to communicate, and also if you communicate via wireless, if I want to communicate with a wireless, that we call as a PAN, personal area network. And what is the difference between LAN and PAN here? If you go with the LAN connectivity, LAN connectivity directly I can able to connect the devices, then I can start communicating. Think these are the two devices I'm using. If I want to communicate with one device to other device, these connection, these type of connection we call as a bus connections. By using a single backbone cable, we can easily communicate between device to device. Has anyone tried by connecting two devices and by connecting a cable in between two devices? Have you guys tried to share any data? Anyone? Like,
Yes.
yes. How it?
Uh, with the LAN cable.
With the LAN cable, once after connecting a LAN cable, do we can start sharing a data? Is it works?
But actually, we can give the access to system. We will make the hard disk with sharing
Okay. With the hard disk sharing, we can able to share the data.
data.
But when you go with the reality, the thing is you need to add devices into your domain.
Okay.
Domain in the sense you need to add into a group. Okay, I think you guys familiar with the websites. If you go to any website, if you want to log in on a Facebook account, what do you need exactly? Do I can directly log in on this Facebook account?
So we
We
need a
can log in.
login detail.
You need a login credentials.
Yes.
Means you are acting like a client. You are a client to the Facebook. Once you create a credentials, then you will get the OTP or some kind of authentication pattern. Then you can able to log in into the website. Any website you can be, right? You are creating a login credentials for this domain. If you go to the companies also, you need to add devices under a domain. If you add the devices under a domain, then you can start sharing a data. But if you go to your local PCs, this is my local PC, and if you go to your local PC, you can see your local PC. This PC will act like a individual device. Like you cannot able to share a data. You cannot able to share data to a multiple devices because you are a single group device, in the sense individual. It will act like a separate device. But if you go to the companies, the company devices, by using company devices, you can share a lot of a terabytes of data because the device are in the domain place. When you go to this PC, like how many profiles we can able to create? Like this is my PC, right? How many profiles? How many people can able to log in into this device? Any limit? Yes, Satya. Yes, Sachin. How many profiles we can able to create here? How many profiles are there? There are three profiles, which is administrator and Ganvit, and again one more thing, Madhu, right? There are three profiles. By using these three profiles, I can create lot. I can create some hundreds of profiles, but each and every profiles will act like an individual profile. By using, by login with the gun with credentials, if I log in with this name, and I can use only these details, the dev folders which we have in this folder, in this profile, those profiles will be only accessible. But if you try to delete this one, if I try to delete this profile, automatically it will delete it because I am under administrator. You are the administrator. Under this administrator, and administrator in the sense you are the manager for this laptop, right? If you're using a mobile, how many tabs you can able to open? Multiple. Okay, how many profiles we can able to create? Multiple. It depends on the internal RAM. It depends on internal RAM. If you want to know more about your device, we can go with a simple command. Sorry, system info. Like you will get a lot of information regarding a device. What profile you're using? Is there any, like how much RAM you're using? What is the processors? And all the details you can see with the single command. Yeah, this is my Windows 10. Okay, Windows 10, and where the version details and standalone. See, you guys can see one option called standalone. What is this standalone? Because it is not added into any domain. Okay, whatever the profiles you are creating, that will be stored here itself. If I want to share a data, I want to share some movie files to from one device to other device, it won't be possible by using this standalone process. Okay, standalone in the sense a separate. Okay, if you want to communicate with other device, what you need to do? You are trying to add the device into a group. Okay, right now each and every device will act like a standalone device. If I want to add this device into a domain, what you need to do? First thing is connectivity. We already have a connectivity. Then what is the next one? We need to add into a domain, but we don't have any server to create, to add the devices. And now what I can do, with the help of IP address, I can start communicating with the help of by using IP. We can start sending a data. Let this see, this is a normal PC. You can assume this is CLI, command line interface. By using command line, you can do a lot of things. You can shut down your company as well. Okay, if you want to shut down by using some command, you can shut down your device levels. Let I want to, if I want to shut down PC or anything, restarting or creating a files, you can do by using a command line. Okay, but in this course we are gonna be more familiar with the command line instead of graphical. You know about, everyone knows about graphical, how to use websites and all the stuff, right? But here in this device connectivity, we can start with the basic, then we can go with the higher level. Okay, here if I want to communicate, I need to have one IP address, and you can take it from any series. You can go with the companies. you can see only three series. If we go to the company level or any other location, you can see only three ranges of IP addresses. With 192 series, you can see 192 series or 10 series or 172 series. Have you seen any time about these IP addresses, guys? Any IP addresses? Have you tried to access your Wi-Fi router, your home
Yes, sir.
Wi-Fi router or hostel Wi-Fi router? Try
Yes.
చేశారు ఎప్పుడన్నా?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Let me. I'm in which Wi-Fi? Let me check. Then I can show you. Yes. Oh, good. I'm in Airtel. We can try. Let's see if you are in the same LAN connection or in the same domain. Think my laptop is in the same domain. My Wi-Fi router is also in the same domain. When you have a two devices in the domain, you can able to access. Guys, can you unmute yourself? If you want to talk, you can just. Okay. And right now, we have a two devices, right? That I need to communicate from one device to other device. Without a name, we cannot able to communicate. If I want to communicate, I need a name, right? That in the same way, if I want to communicate with the device to device, we need an IP address. We need IP address. Let me assign one random IP address that we can go with the 172 series, 172.16.1.1, and here we can go with the second device with the same IP 172.16.1.2. Okay, we have two IP addresses now. We can start communicating. We have a two different names. Now I need to communicate from PC to PC. Okay, I'm just going with the basic, but you guys are familiar with all these things. But I'm just going with the basic again. Okay, if you know about these things, let me. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm just assigning name for this device. This PC doesn't have any name. What I can do, I will assign one IP address. What is the IP address of this device? 1.1. Okay, IP address, internet protocol. Okay, with the help of internet protocol, you can identify a device, you can communicate with the device. Okay, this is like a name. Locally, I'm not using any internet. I don't have any internet right now. I'm having only IP address. Locally, I'm just assigning one IP address, random IP. Okay, we can go with the one more device. Let me assign the same 172.16.1.2. Okay, and two devices are set into the domain. To say two devices are in the same network, we can see do we can able to communicate or not. Now I'm just initiating the connection communication. Okay, we'll go to the first device and I'm using a ping. A ping is nothing but
Sir, can you
a packet
hear me?
grouper. If you want to communicate and I need to use a ping, it is same like a hi. If I want to introduce myself, if I'm new to the session, what I can do, I can go with a hi. What hi indicates? You are introducing yourself, right? Okay. When you are initiating a connection, we need to use a hi or hello. In the same way, when you need to communicate with any device, any network device, okay, you need to go with the ping packet grouper. Packet grouper. It will help you to find out a destination person is a reachable person or a down person is dead or not. Okay. By using this ping, we can able to find out. Let I'm trying to ping. Okay, I'm just trying to communicate. What is the destination IP address? What is the other device IP address? 172.16.1.2. Okay, see, do I getting a response or not? So I'm getting a response. In the sense, I'm getting a reply. He is alive. The PC2 is alive. I'm getting a response. In the same way, do I can able to communicate with the browser? Do I can able to communicate with some websites? You're using some Greek bus or Facebook or Instagram. Do I can able to communicate with this IP address? Yes. Anyone? By using this IP, do I can able to access the websites now? Because
No,
I'm
sir,
getting
we
a
can't able to
response.
access
Not able to access. Why?
due to security reasons.
Due to security. What type of security?
Firewalls active.
Okay. I don't
If
know.
we
No,
activate with
already
that
assigned to the one
IP
given.
address, if we activate with that IP address, then the hacker can able to know our MAC address and also the IP address.
Oh, good. But I'm not using any router or any firewall here. And how it is possible? Like locally, if this IP is not routable, if we go with this IP address, if we go with this series, I said you three series, right? 192, 10, and 172. Okay, this is my local GNS3. This 172 series, we are using some random IP address. But when you go with the reality, I'm getting Wi-Fi. This is my Wi-Fi. I connected to some random SSID, Airtel. Okay, my modem is Airtel. My connection is Airtel here, and I'm getting one IP address. Let's see what IP we are getting from the Wi-Fi. IP config. By using this config, you can able to verify the IP details. We can go with the first thing, IP. Okay, I have a lot of interfaces. I need to find out my wireless. This is my adapter, Wi-Fi adapter. From the Wi-Fi, I'm getting what series? Is it what series? Is it the same one, 172 or 192 or 10 series? 1
192,
good. 192, 168, 1.69. Okay. And what is the from where I'm getting IP address? Default gateway. Default gateway in the sense from where you're getting a IP address, it will show you that IP.
192.168.
If I connect to my hotspot, my mobile hotspot, and I can able to see my mobile IP address. Okay, each and every device will act like a server. Each and every device will act like a client. In the sense, when you turn on a hotspot, your mobile will act like a server. When you connect to a Wi-Fi, your mobile will act like a client. Okay, like device can able to convert itself as a server or a client. Okay, then I'm getting IP address means, is it my device is a client or a master? Client usually, because what client indicates, client can receive but client cannot able to modify. Think I can get a 1 MB speed. If I want to increase my speed, do I can able to? Like whatever router is sharing, you need to receive it. Okay, means I'm the client, I'm receiving one IP address, 192.168.1.69. Okay, by using the same IP, we can able to access a Facebook now. Let's try. I don't have any idea about networking. I'm just trying to communicate. Okay, let me first go with the one IP address. From where I'm getting IP address? From this IP. Let's try to ping. How to verify the connectivity? With the ping. PING packet grouper. And what is the IP? 192.168.1.1. Let first we'll verify the connectivity, then we'll go the remaining thing. And I'm getting a response. I'm getting a response. And see, 4 packets I'm sending. 4 times I'm sending a message. I'm getting a reply with the 4 times. There is no loss. Zero loss. I'm getting a proper response. Now what is the next thing? I'm able to access my router, and this is my router IP address. We can see how we can able to access. If you want to access, if you want to open an application, what you guys will do? How you can able to open an application or any Facebook? How many ways we can able to access a Facebook?
Through browser.
Through browser. Good, excellent. And then is there any other way?
Application.
Through application. Okay, if I have a browser, I don't have any application, I need to log in into that Facebook. Let's see that we can go with one more website here, one more tab. Let me try to log in on linkedin.com. Okay, that I'm just trying to log in on my LinkedIn page. So I'm able to access now. This is my LinkedIn profile. And when you go with some any website like YouTube, I'm getting a YouTube page. But once after entering into that name, I'm able to access the websites. How it is possible? Does that my device knows about each and every website? No. Okay. The thing is, if I want to travel to some other place, and do I can directly walk through that place, or do I need to take any help? Travel చేయాలంటే like directly travel చేయొచ్చా, or do we need anything, any support? We can travel
Yes,
with the help of bus or train, right? Any transport services. In the
yes,
same way, if your device if your device need to communicate with any device, any website or any server, you need some services. We need some services. With the help of these services, I can able to access the local devices or any foreign devices. Okay, I'm not talking about any routers or any firewalls now. We're just talking about the connectivity. Okay, now I need to access what I need to access now. I need to access my router. And is that router is accessible via ping? From the command line I can able to ping. But if you want to access the same browser, same device via browser, is it be possible? I'm just using my IP address. What is the IP? 1.1. And I'm giving enter, and I got a page. I got a web page here, and with the help of I just use the IP address, right? But it is showing one more thing, an extension, HTTPS, hypertext transfer protocol. And by using this service, we can able to browse. Browse services will be applicable with the help of this service. Only browsing can be possible with the help of this one. But if I want to share a data, I want to browse this device, I want to access this device. Let's see, do I'm able to log in. It is
Sir?
showing connection is yes.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, Ganesh.
Sir, till now, how many classes have been done, sir?
Only first one, Ganesh.
So this is the first one, huh?
This is the first one. Okay, and see, when you are accessing a website with the help of IP address, and it won't secure your network. If someone log in with these credentials, right now it is showing not secure, which is means if you log in with this IP address, someone can able to see your credentials. Someone can easily, your credentials will be visible to others. See, you can see a notification here, and that can be easily stealed by the hackers. But these services, this access can be done with the locally. You cannot able to access all the websites with these non-secured websites. If I want to access YouTube, and here it is showing a lock symbol, right? Are you able to see, guys? Lock symbol. Lock symbol indicates secured connection. When you are accessing any website, you need to look into this lock connections. See, every website has a lock connections. Okay, with the help of HTTP, with the help of HTTP service, you can able to access the websites, but you cannot able to secure. Okay, HTTP, and by using HTTP server, I can able to access. Let's see, and I'm still continuing, and I'm proceeding with the access. Then I'm just going with the continue options. This is showing unsafe, but still I got a page. I got a login page, and let me enter my credentials and admin. Okay, these are the default credentials for any modem, but in some modems without password also you can able to log in. And this is my modem page. Okay, and have you tried to configure anytime, guys? These modems, this is the D-Link modems. Have you tried to configure? Anyone?
Yeah, I already configured these devices.
Oh, which devices?
like D-Link, TP-Link, Circum.
Good. Are you working?
Sorry?
No, are you okay right now?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Which dealing devices have you seen right now? Still
Circum.
Circum. Because it is a simple, right? But the thing is, by using that Circum, do you can able to enable security? Security for your network, internal network or a client network? Yeah. Do we can able to enable the security by using these D-Link devices?
Or I think this was not D-Link. This was Circum router.
This is not Circum, but the modem, right? When you go with this type of D-Link routers, okay, Airtel modem, and
What we have to do in this router?
in this router, if I want to enable the security, is it possible?
Enable security.
Just by enabling security. And but here you can see, if you want to enable, if you want to create a network, and this is my router, and I set some IP address. This is the random IP address I just want to use. Okay, you guys can set your own IP address. Instead of 192, you can go with the 172 or 10 series. But here for this IP address, you don't need to pay any money. Okay, these are non-chargeable IP addresses. Non-chargeable IP addresses that we call as a private. We call as a private IPs, private IP addresses, and other one is public IP addresses. Difference between these two are, here no need to pay any money. You can use any random IP, okay, within this series. And coming to the public IP address, you need to buy this IP address from the service providers. If you want internet, what you guys are doing? What you will do? If you want any internet connection or any mobile data, what do you need to do? Buy the plan. Okay, that is the one option. If you want to recharge, by recharging you can able to get the internet connection. But here, if you go to any service providers, and when you buy an internet connection, what they will do, they will provide you one public IP address. This in that amount they will charge you for this public IP address. By using this public IP address, my whole institute can able to get the internet. Okay, whole institute users or students can able to get the internet by using a single public IP address.
One IP address. By
uh,
using one public IP address, we can
yes, exactly.
use
Yeah.
all
Like,
IP.
all can able to
Okay.
use, this is my public IP address, and let we have one more IP. Let we have one more IP. What is my IP address? What is my private IP address? Internally in my institute I am using 192. Externally for internet I am using a one more IP address, 122 series. Let we'll talk about only internal IPs for now. Let we can go with the public IPs. Okay, and let and also will let you know the difference between public IP address and private IP address. If you want to use internet, you need public IP address that will be chargeable. But by if I don't want that IP address, I don't want any internet. By using this IP address, do I am able to communicate with anyone in the internet? Is it possible by using this single IP address, by using this 192 series, do I can able to communicate with the internet? If you don't have a mobile data, do you guys can able to communicate with the internet?
No.
No.
No. Okay, but I still want to communicate with the internet. How? How it is be possible? Without I don't have any internet. Think I don't have any SIM or any mobile data. Still, I need to share my data. Is it be possible?
No, sir.
No. Okay.
Maybe by using Bluetooth.
By using Bluetooth, how much, like how much range it will be supported?
10 meters.
Only 10 meters, max to max. But if you go with the Wi-Fi,
Taking up to 50 to 100 meters.
50 to 100 meters.
100
If I
meters.
want to use the same Wi-Fi, I'm in Hyderabad, I connected to one SSID, and then I went to some Chennai location. Do I can able to use the same Wi-Fi there?
No,
No.
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 No, no,
Here,
no.
like you are getting some clarity, right? When you go with the communication is some a range method. Okay, when you need to communicate locally, like think this is my setup. Okay, let me go with the same GNS3 again. When you have a devices, when you have a two devices, I can directly connect and then I can start communicating. But if you have a multiple devices and I need to communicate with the other guy, I have a one more friend and I need to communicate with this guy. I have a two more devices. Now I need to communicate with these people. Is it be possible now? Now I need to enable the connectivity with these two users. How I can able to enable? How
By
many?
using like switch.
By using switches. Okay, good. And but if I don't have a switch, is it possible to connect the
By
different
using
connections
LAN cable through router.
through router? Okay, good. And but there is a one more way. When you go with the laptops, it won't be possible. But if you go with the motherboards, like in the sense PCs, there will be an option on the devices on motherboards. Like this is the PC motherboard. You can see
Controller.
no. Yeah, there are. You're able to see some blue slots here.
Yes.
Let me go with the one more real motherboard. Yeah. In the PCs, there is an option. You can add extra NIC cards, NIC cards. One. This yellow code is something like a graphic code. Okay. When you need more graphics, you can add on the PC level. And there are bus slots. Are you able to see 4 serial slots, right?
Yes.
This we call as a serial slots, bus slots we call. Okay, by using these bus slots, you can add the NIC code. NIC in the sense network interface code. If I want to communicate with the internet and I need a LAN port, and here how many LAN ports we have by default on the motherboard? One, only one, and I can able to enable only one connection. And if you want to add extra SIM slots in a mobile, in a mobile, we have a two SIM slots, right? You can able to insert two SIMs. In the same way, you can insert multiple motherboards, multiple NIC cards. Let me show you. This is like a NIC card. Network interface card. By using this NIC card, you can enable two connections or multiple LAN connections. Okay, but if you want to set this up, you need to buy these connections. But for most of the devices, for most of the laptops, it won't be supported. But coming to the PC level, you can able to enable the connection. And based on the
Sir,
spin, yeah,
sir, I have one doubt.
yeah, please.
We can use different connection on this different route in different routes.
I didn't get you. Can you please repeat?
We have now we have four slots. Okay,
Yes.
four line port.
Hmm.
Now I have to use in one LAN one. I have to use Airtel connection, and
Okay.
LAN two I have to use Geo connection. It is possible.
It is possible. Let I can, but it depends on the LAN connectivity. It depends on the device. Look, let me go with the my device configuration. and let me show you. Okay, how many NIC cards are there? These are all NIC cards. For Ethernet, for physical connectivity, I'm using one NIC card, and for Wi-Fi, I'm using one NIC card, and for Bluetooth also it is there, but it's not showing here, disabled. And there are some more NIC cards. These are the virtual NIC cards I just added because I'm using one application, GNSS VM. Okay, for this application I just added these interfaces. That if we go to any interface, let's think I'm just going to VM2. This is one interface. What I will do, I will set my random IP address. As you said, we can enable multiple connections. Let me go with the first connections. What is the IP address here? I'm just assigning
192.1.
41.1, or let you can assign some one more IP address 10.0.0.1. Okay, think this is my Airtel connection. Okay, I'm just assigning IP address. I'm just going with the okay. The configuration is done on one interface. Then I have one more interface. As it is a virtual, you can do whatever you want. If you go with the physical also, it will be the same. Okay, now what I'm going with the one more interface, and go to the properties, IPv4, and then you can assign one more IP address. Okay, it depends on the connection, it depends on the cable which is connected to it, and you can enable Airtel or any Jio connections. It doesn't mean you can
Airtel
enable
Jio.
only one service provider for the device. Okay, you can do lot. You can enable multiple connections also. Okay, let in next session, in coming sessions, I can show you how we can do that. Okay, we'll go the most real-time labs instead of going with the packet tracer. I have one more application where you guys can use, but I don't want to show you this one because when I show you, you'll be more addicted to this application. But you can if you people doesn't have any high RAM, you can just go with this application. If you want to use this application, you need a license, you need some credentials. Okay, and I'm just going with the guest credentials. In the sense, I can able to practice, but I cannot able to save the projects. Whatever labs you're doing, it won't be saved. Only three labs you can able to save. See, this is the application. It is same like Free Fire. Free Fire is very addictive, right? You can just go with playing same like that. But more if you want to get a real time, you need to go with this application, GNS3. Okay, but most probably we're gonna do all these labs on this application GNS3. Then we can go with the in the switching concepts. We'll go with this packet tracer. Okay, and when you go with the motherboards, when you go with the connectivity, you guys can do adding by this NIC cards, by this one of the NIC card, you can directly add this NIC card to the existing motherboard. How many slots are there, and those many those many connections, those many NIC cards you can able to add. And these are the RAM connections also. We have some bus connections, real 1 2 3 4 and 5. There are 5 connections. How many NIC cards I can able to add? 5. 1 2 3. This small also will be NIC cards, and 3 4 and 5. Only white one you need to consider. Okay, there are 5. How many NIC cards I can able to add? 5 NIC cards. And how many LAN ports we have right now? By default we have 1. When we are adding a 5 NIC cards, total 6. 6 connections you can able to go with the connectivity. But as it is a laptops, I cannot able to connect multiple devices. What I'm gonna use? I'm going to use one device called switch, or we can go with the hub device. We'll go the hub for today. Then we can go with the switch to on. Hub is something like a spike. It's like an extender. If you want to connect multiple devices, multiple devices, and I can use a hub device. Hub is something like a device where you can connect multiple ports. Think this is the hub. This is the hub device. When you go with the Netgear is there, Cisco models are there, multiple models. If you go with any hub, the maximum ports it should be 8. How many ports are there here?
8.
Total 8 ports
8.
are there. And how many connections I can able to connect? 8 connections. Okay. And coming to this GNS3, I don't know how many ports are there. Let's see. How many ports are there here?
7. 8.
In the sense, 0 is also count in the networking. And total 8 ports are there. How many connections we can able to connect? That we can see. And first port is allocated to first device. And second port is allocated to second device. And third port, and the last one is the fourth. By using these connections, now I have a connectivity. Now I'm adding these devices under a network. Okay, we are grouping these devices, and already we have 2 devices with the IP address 172 series. Now what I need to do? I need to assign the same IP address or different IP address. If someone need to join the link, they will join with a different link or the same link? Same link, right? If they need to communicate, they need to be on the same link. In the same way, when you go with the connectivity, when you need to communicate with others also need to be on the same network.
Same
Let
IP
me
address.
assign. Yes, correct. Then we can go with the one more IP address 1.3
3.
and 1.4.
4.
1.4, or not only with the 1.4, not with the sequence, you can go with any random IP address. Okay, and now, okay, thanks. 192.16.1.4. Let's see, do I can able to communicate or not? It is same like your real PC. I'm just starting. That we can start. And first we need to assign the IP address, right? First we need to set the name. And what is the name of this PC? 172, 16 and 1.3.
1.
1.3. Okay. And I'm not using any router IP address. I'm just going with the normal, the name. Okay. And 172.16.1.4. Okay. Every device has an IP address now. Instead of setting, I just configuring. IP 172.16.1. Okay, now the devices are in the network. Now these guys are in the same Bluetooth connections or in the LAN connections. Now we can start communicating, and I'm going to the first PC. I'm going to the PC1. Let's see we are able to communicate or not. Ping 172. To whom I need to communicate with which guy? PC1 or PC2 or PC4?
PC2.
PC2 will come from the PC3 1.3. Let's see we are able to communicate. So I'm able to communicate. I'm getting a response, and we can try with 1.4. I'm able to communicate. I'm getting a response, and let's see we'll go with the one more IP address 1.2. So I'm getting a response. Okay, how many connections we can able to establish now? How many ports are there? How many ports are there in this hub? Still we have
There are 8 ports.
yes, exactly. Okay, here we have 8 ports, and 4 ports are all allocated with the devices. Remaining we have 4 ports, and if we go with the reality, we have only 8 members to communicate. Coming to the worldwide or in the companies, how many employees will be there?
They are
Only 8 members are there.
Mhm.
ఎంతమంది ఉంటారు?
Lot of numbers.
మినిమం కౌంట్ ఎంతమంది ఉంటారు?
Hundreds and thousands.
10.
Hundreds and thousands.
Hmm.
Max. We'll go to 5,000. Is it be possible by using a hub we can able to communicate?
No.
No, it won't be possible with the hub device. And then later I can go with the one more device called switch. Here, not only with the connections, we have a lot of disadvantages. We'll see tomorrow. Okay, what are the disadvantages we have when you go with the hub devices? One disadvantage is it has a less ports, and when you need a more connections, we need to go with the switches. We'll go with the switches. Like this is the switch. When you go with the switches, we can have a number of ports. It depends on the switch. It depends on switches, and we can able to buy the models. If I'm starting the small company, I can go with the less connections, the less ports switch. Okay, 5 ports which will be there, 24 ports which will be there, 48 ports which will be there, and there are some ranges where you can buy. One it will start with 8 and 16, and then 24, and then 48, and again here 84. Okay, then 240, and then 480, like this. Keep on, like based on your requirement, based on employees, and you need to buy the switches. Okay, there are multiple type of switches. We'll discuss one by one. One is 5-port switch, 24 and a 48 ports. And by using this 48 port switch, how many connections I can able to see? See, there are 48 ports, and also we have some extra ports. Okay, we'll talk about these ports. This we call as a management ports. Management ports. It is same like setting a mobile. When you bought a new mobile, you need to set up. By default, it will work. By default, it will start working. Initially,
We get some management.
Management, right? You need to set up. You need to log in with your mail address and all the things, right? Stuff. But in the same way, by connecting, by buying a switch or connecting a switch, it doesn't start working. You need to do some basic configuration. It is a dummy device. It is a dummy device. As a network engineer, started configuring, then it will work. Okay, you have some devices, some plug and play devices. We have plug and play device. Plug and play in the sense, no need to configure anything. You can just connect and then start using. Okay, there is a like plug and play device is used as the named as unmanaged.
Manageable, unmanageable.
Unmanageable or manageable, like we make it as unmanageable switch. Unmanageable, and there are like the some devices which you need to configure. This we call as a manageable switches. Okay, manage unmanageable and manageable switches, and which are not managed, that we call as a plug and play devices. Which was managed, that we call as a manageable devices. Okay, but that you need to do some configuration, and there where you are not able to see the manageable ports, this all devices comes under plug and play devices. No need to configure anything, just you can just connect and then start using. Okay, here these are the switches. And if you go with these low end switches, if you're starting a small company, you can go with these devices. But if when you go the big companies like data centers, when you go the Airtel or Geo or some data centers, that we have a lot of members, we have a lot of employees. If I want to provide internet to everyone in the network, I need to go with the some more devices called core switches. Core switch. This core switch has multiple ports. You can see this is the core switch. Are you able to see? This is a small fridge kind. Okay, when you can see this we called as a not this one. We can go with the Cisco. When you go the switches, Cisco, you will get a more clarity. We have a lot here. Okay, yeah, this one. These are all unmanageable. Unmanageable is there, and manageable is there. This is my manageable switch. See how many ports are there? How many racks are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7. 7 blades are there. Each blade we call as a blade here. Each blade has a 48 ports. How many blades are there? 1, 3, 6,
7.
7. 7 48s. Those many ports we can able to enable. Okay, but this also needs some manageable ports. These need to be configured, then only we can start working. Okay, and as we seen about basic connectivity today, and tomorrow we'll see how to go with the LAN and basic connections, basic theory part. Then we can start with the small labs. Is it fine, guys?
Good.
Any doubts for now? Because I don't want to be fast. We'll go slowly, then we can get a more idea about the topics. Is it fine? Yes, Sampath, Ravi, Sachin, Shruti. Any doubts for now? Do you get it or not?
Sir,
Yeah, please.
sir, maybe out of the context, but I want to know that see, we will recharge mobile data, sir, and it will like 1 GB per day, 1.5 GB per day, and how the network companies will calculate that, and how it stops like after completing 1.5 GB
See,
or 1 GB like that.
right,
Why
but
cannot use above that?
above that means there will be a MSS, packet management
Okay.
segment. Okay, when you start using, that will be calculated based on the data frames, based on the data which you are using, and that will be calculated based on the packet flow. Okay, once you start downloading, it will be calculated in the form of bytes or bits. Okay, and if
Okay.
you start after completing of your 1.5 GB, then the services get stopped automatically with the help of OSI. And I can let you know when you are doing labs, right? When we are discussing about OSI, I can show you the segmenting part. Then you will get a more clarity on that.
Okay.
Okay, but coming to the networking part, when you go with the internet is not managed by us. Okay, and but the connectivity we want to know, right? Everything can be managed by a network engineer, but service provider is something different. Telecom communication. We'll see
Okay.
how we can enable the communication and all the stuff, and also packet captures. Okay, and I am trying to show you with the labs scenarios, not with the theory can easily learn, right? But when you go with the labs, it will be more easy to understand, correct?
Sir, the classes will be in this hour only, sir, like daily.
Yes, it will be the same time,
Okay.
and if you want any other time, let me know.